So before we begin, I'm going to go into my portfolio, and each individual page, I've got like some sections here on the left that obviously are visible, and I've got a couple of pages down here that aren't so visible, which I need to populate at a later stage. I'm thinking of very much literally building a service and packages page that will just encapsulate all the photo and video services I have. But I'm going to actually build that into an actual website page that has all that information, but that's something I'm working on. It's going to have, packages and pricing. This all needs to change. It's going to have, definitely going to have branding photography. I'm not sure about product photography just yet. I don't do enough commercial jobs to have a specific section just for products. But yeah, you can kind of get a picture of what needs to happen there. But anyway, this is what the website looks like. So when you go to my website, you get onto the homepage, which everyone sees. You got the photo here of Letitia Wright and Golda, which perfectly via roots, a beauty image, and just a few other portrait images and events that I've taken. Then specifically, I want to have a editorial page. Now, this editorial page, I do a lot of testing with models, or I've done so in the past, but I have not really kind of, updated this since 2004, early 2025. So that's something I'm working on, and I reach out to agencies to kind of, ask if they've got any models that they need that needs to kind of update their headshots, and we go into the studio and I create some editorial photos for them. Now, these portraits are more or less simple images, more for career professionals and business owners, or PTs, that sort of thing. We've got a lovely sort of variety of images here. These are one of my favorite images here. This one with Monique. Monique is a wonderful she's a music professional, actually. She's a music professional, does a lot of sound, but yeah, we meet up from time to time and we shoot some stuff. What else do I have here? Oh, this is a birthday shoot. This is a fire, can I say fire starter? But no, she kind of performs with, fire as a medium, which is cool. Headshots. Now, this is my bread and butter. And I don't have enough, like a lot of the portraits I've taken in the past, a lot of my clients have requested not for their photo not to be featured on my website or on social media, which I understand, but it's kind of held me back in the past. Sophia, another beautiful actor headshot there. That's Rich, my best mate. Another one of Sophia, but I don't want to have duplications. I want to have one single image of each model that kind of shows their best presentation and shows their best likeness. I love this image. Just the texture and the skin when I was editing this was lush, was really beautiful. Anyway, we go over now to another sort of sector that I've been working in. I've got some beautiful images here. This is the Not Your Superwoman poster image that I shot with Courtney. This is so let me go back to the beginning. This is a poster image I shot with Courtney, beautiful photographer down in London. We do a lot of work together, doing that with our theatre and performance-based organisations, shooting poster work. This is our beautiful work I do with Rich Lakers. Rich is another photographer that does a lot of poster work in London for theatres and short films and the like, and actors. This was a beautiful shoot. We used about 4 different lights, one for the back, for the ambient, coming through the window at the back, and then, a couple of other lights to kind of light our subjects. What's this? This is beautiful. This is 2026 so far. This is like the highlight of my 2026 so far. Deep Azuri, a play written by Chadwick Boseman, the late Chadwick Boseman. We've gone on to since this to shoot the cast images. That's coming. In fact, that's actually been approved and is ready to go on Shakespeare's Globe End from a marketing perspective. But as per usual, we got to wait for them to post before we share. And what was this? This was one of my first earlier kind of test spec works that I did. I did this in my house for a brand. But yeah, that's literally about it, really. We come down to events. Not many events here, but again, I need to populate this page. It's looking quite sparse and not enough images here. And finally, I've got video. 2026, I will be doing a lot more video, but for right now, I've only got just the one series I've done there for podcast series, and I try my best to maintain a blog. Haven't posted a blog since October 31st. It's the 16th of December today, so that's a bit poor on my end. But anyway, this is the three main pages that need work: the editorial page, the portrait page, and the headshot page. I need to reorganize the photos. I think the headshot's actually fine. It's the portrait page that's a little bit, I think I've got much better work on here on my hard drives than I actually do have posted on my website. But yeah, that's literally like a whistle-stop tour of my website. Needs a little bit of work, and I'm looking forward to getting stuck in. But really, this is the pièce de résistance of why I love using format. So now, I've not really done, so right now what I have here, I've got 2 contracts that I've basically created, and they live here as like templates. And when I take on work going forward, what I will be doing is I will be sending over a contract. And in that contract would have all like the T's and C's and P's and Q's that we kind of need to adhere to. And once that's sort of, let me just show you. So once that's kind of sort of sent over to the client, so here you kind of have like the field you kind of fill in for their names and their, you know, mailing address and whatnot. And right over here is kind of like the information. This is a template, so it doesn't have any kind of, it doesn't have any precious information in there. And once this scanner gets sent over to the client, they sign it and it comes back to me on this platform. So I'm actually quite thrilled about that. So that's literally it. Let's have a view of the website. So again, this is my website, and the homepage. It's beautiful. It's lovely. I just want more variety, especially with the fact that I love shooting with lighting in different lighting situations. I think there's a lot more that I can kind of share on here just to kind of, you know, show my range. Again, this is the editorial. We only have 5 photos here. We can definitely do a lot more than that. Portraiture, again, beautiful range of portraits, but could some of this be in the editorial page? I think so. I think this photo of Monique could be in the editorial page. That photo of Varen could be in the editorial page. This definitely could be on my editorial page, but where am I? It's actually living in my portrait section, which is not great. Headshots, like I said, I've got a ton of these to share. I can kind of populate this, or kind of see how it goes. But yeah, that's literally about it.